Hello and welcome to the Craft Kitchen. My name is Tina from FriedaFriemel, and if you're new here, I'm all into junk journaling, and in the month of July 2024 I'm using Max Journal's prompt list for Junk Journal July 2024 to build this journal with you. So today we're going to be making the prompts wildlife and window. For this I've already pulled out a window, kind of a window, and wildlife. This beautiful bug. And I've already chosen a page for this in our journal. We are going to be using this double-sided page made of an envelope and a printout of my coloring experiments. So we're going to be using this page, and this one. So now to prepare the envelope page with a background, I've pulled out a sheet of ledger I've kind of made myself. This is simply writing paper. I coffee dyed and crumbled a bit, and then I drew on some lines here in green and red. So now let's see. I want to keep these, and I also want to have as many of these lines as possible, but I think I won't have another choice but to tear it off here. Leaving a bit of an H on the right side. So let's see. Carefully tear this off, like so. Beautiful. I'm keeping this strip. Maybe I'm going to be gluing it on here. I don't know yet. So now for gluing this on, I think we're going to be using my junk journal glue, my replacement for EVA. It dries fast and clear. So let's see, only a thin line here. This will be against my usual gluing, but we don't have that much time, right? So I'm gonna be gluing the edges down, and of course this side, like so, and kind of, yeah, scribbling in the middle. This glue is really hard to spread with a brush, so I'm just doing it like so. Here we go. This is our background. Where's my rack? Now, can you believe it? I actually forgot to press the record button on my camera. I was talking to you guys and talking, and at some point I thought, wait, why is the camera showing the record button instead of stop? Well, so I finished the frame all by myself. Feeling very lonely. But that's okay. You're back again. There you go. Well, but no worries, dearies. I have plenty of bugs because, like I was telling you before, and you didn't listen. No, you couldn't listen. I've cut up a children's encyclopedia, and there were plenty of bugs in there. This encyclopedia, no worries, dearies, is very outdated and not useful any longer. Just can't say it nicely. So now, again, let's try this with another bug. So first we want to glue the bug on here, and let's see, this fits, but this doesn't look very nice. So I used the paper here. You know what, I'm just going to be inking the back of here using VersaFine Clear Portobello. For this, I think there's still some ink on there. Yes, there is. Just like this. Just inking roughly in here. So let's see. Ooh. Yeah, this looks nice. I'm not using my homemade ledger paper to back the bug. To back the bug. Sounds nice. Because this one already has red spots, and this would look very strange on the lined paper like this. So I'm just gluing it on here. Maybe I'll do some tiny stamping in here. Let's see. First close up the ink. I actually found one. There's some handwriting on there and some tiny lines. I'm not going to be using a number in there because I've dedicated this page to a number. You'll see later. So let's see. Portobello, and we're going to be needing tape. So we have to cover this part first, like so, and then this way up, like so. Put on the tiniest amount of ink and stay. They're not that sticky anymore, I think, or just too small for this operation. So let's see. This will be going on here, like so. There you go. And are we doing another? Yeah, I think so. Or are we not? I have no idea. So let's take this, like so. And since no one will be able to see the behind of this, there you go, we can stamp on here and just have these tiny dots, like so. Where's my bug? There. So there. I'm just going to be using double-sided tape to glue this on here, because we're going to be making a window with this really sturdy acetate, this packaging I kept. So let's see, tiny piece of double-sided tape for the back side of our bug. I just glue this on here, rubbing it on so I can easier get this up, closing the window, as long as there's no acetate in there, of course, and just positioning my bug like so. So now this sticks in here, and now we have to find some kind of a measurement for our window piece. Let's say, where's my, there. We want to cut here. Just marking, not cutting, dearies. And here, it's lined here. Okay. So now for the cutting, where's my mark? There. Like so. And this way. So let's see. Yeah, this fits perfectly. So now, let me take this aside, gluing in some double-sided tape. This is exactly as wide as my frame. I'm lucky. And yes, it is exactly as wide as this side of the frame, and we have here some notches. I'll show you what to do. So gluing, ooh, I've ripped it. This is really, really sticky. Whoa. I have to free myself from this somehow. I'm feeling like in a spider's web. A bug in a spider's web. Yep. Okay, again. Taping here. Like so. And some in the middle. In between these two strips we've just glued down. And we're actually going just from the left to the right on here. So now rubbing this on at the edges where I want to push the backing paper. Not push, pull. Yeah. Wrong side. Come on. Yeah, and again. So now we have, now you can, maybe you can see it. Let me show, there. We have the tape covering the notches. Just folding it over like so. This is actually that thin, it won't make a difference when everything is glued together. So now putting in our window, let me have a look like so. Not all the way up to the notches, and just pressing this down, and again putting on some double-sided tape, doing the same with the notches like we did before. Carefully not to glue over the inner edge of the frame. This time we're going right to the fold with the double-sided tape. There, double-sided tape, fold. Just pushing that in, also on this side. Whoa! And folding over, give it the tiniest press, and closing the window. So now let's see, is there anything sticking out? No. If there would be any tape sticking out, still sticking out, you just could use starch, baby powder, calcium carbonate, some really fine powder to brush it on here, so the tape, the glue, wouldn't stick anymore. So now we have this and this and a lot of waste. Go over there. So now we are ready to make our spread. Well, I was thinking to use my tiny breads. They are 4.5 millimeters in width, but I think they're actually too big for this. I would have to make another hole, and the legs are way too long. I would have to cut them. So I used, let me show you, liquid pearls on here, like so, there and there, and to have this effect, this yeah, like eyelet effect, there's a simple trick. Let me show you. I'm using brass for this. Ooh. So just putting in some of the liquid pearls in the holes, like so. There. And when they're about to dry, when the surface has dried, after, in this case, about half an hour, you just use your finger to dab in. Let me show you. There you can see the little peak. There it is. Just dab your finger on here and you'll have this nice eyelet effect there, because there's a hole underneath, and the liquid pearls will simply fall in like a souffle. So yeah, I've decided to use this because this is too much of the lines on here for my liking. although I like repetition in my journals, throughout the journals, yeah, we're going to be using the leftover pieces of the napkin we used for the masterboard to decorate the back a bit more. This is, like I said, repetition throughout the whole journal, but not on the page. Let me show you. This these are the same napkins like on the text. I don't have one here, but if I would use this on this page, I would have the repetition on the page itself, and I don't like this, so I'm using this. Yeah, well, it's red, but I think this will work as well. So now I'm gonna be using Mod Podge, in fact pure Mod Podge matte for this. I was thinking to use my methyl cellulose mix, but I think this would be too much water, and I would like to avoid this. So I'm opening up the page, just clipping this on here. There. Here I have a brush, and again just brushing a bit of Mod Podge on here and stick down the piece of napkin like so. And now I can put my Mod Podge under the napkin and don't have to worry about having too much Mod Podge or glue or whatever you're using around my actual picture. Like so, just gluing this down. So you know the procedure. I'm gonna be making this off camera and I'll be back. Oh no, let me show you what happened here, and I love it. I truly love it, because this could have happened on a real ledger page too. Of course, I wasn't using real ink markers to draw the lines on here. I don't have red and green, I just have black. These are just some what do you call them? Fine liners, fiber markers, real fine tipped fiber markers, not with pigment ink but with dye ink, and the lines are bleeding. I love it. You can see this? I think so. Yes. And actually coming through the napkins. Great. And like I told you, this could happen to you if you're using a ledger that is let's say about 50 or 60 years old, because the pigment ink for printing has been replaced for dye ink decades ago. So much for the backing. So let's see if we are gluing this on here. Oh no, I think I want a tab for this page. Rusted side or the other side. No, I think I like the rusty look much more. This is in fact just packaging paper. The thin paper that is stuffed in your package to secure the goods. Yeah, like so. Dyed with rust water, Easter egg dye. You can see the tiniest bit on here, but more on the back side in teal. Some coffee, thin coffee, and acrylic, watered down acrylic brown paint. So I want this stamp on here, so the frame will go there. This means we have this part to get decorated. Let's see. I think we're going to be making a specimen card for this. Let's see which side I want. I love this side. Yep. Like this much more. Before I'm going to be stamping this, I ink the edges so I can see if this would stand out. A bit more ink on the top. So by like so. Checking again. I can't lay this down yet because my Mod Podge is not dry. Like so. I think this might work as well. Yeah. Like so. Oh yes. This. Let me lay this there carefully so I can take out my die cut flower and see. This is the teal side. This is the, ooh, that's really nice. I love it. Oh yeah. Ooh. Yep. So now I want to stamp something on our specimen card. Let's make our own little specimen card, and first move our page out of the way. There. So I do have my favorite splatter stamp. This lives on here. I'm using this always. And I've pulled out a stamp of funkelkram.de. It's a German shop. And let me tell you, Judith also has a YouTube channel on which she's giving tips and tricks to you and presenting her work. Awesome. I'll link it down below. So I'm going to be using this on my specimen card over here. And I also found Stampers Anonymous collection. Let me see. Eccentric, yes. I simply love these stamps. I had to buy them. So I've already dedicated this page to a special number. Let me show you. I have some die cuts here. So our specimen will be number 3074. There. Also Tim Holtz. And I'm using number 3 just to embellish our page. I think I'll color this up with some homemade spray paint just to get it grungy. In fact, this will go on the tab like so. So you have the number of the specimen peek out, and here we have filed on here. Also going to be grunging this up a bit, maybe just stamping, I don't know. So I can't use any numbers except of 3. So let me see, we could use here, like here, 7/344, don't know, maybe, or let me see, let me get this out of here. What else? I like this stamp a lot. No, I like this one better on this. I have to say I like this stamp the most because when I was a teenager I was reading. You could say I lived at the library, and this remembers me of our book cards. Whenever you borrowed a book from the library, they would put in a stamp, a date stamp, on the book card when you had to bring it back. I loved it. So let me see. This is also nice. Maybe we're just using cardstock. Yeah, this would fit. What else do we have here on top? There's nothing more. So let's see. First, I'm going to put some splatters on here. I simply love this the stamp. This is so great. Like so. And where's my tiny? There you are. This is in fact a whole sheeted stamp, so I have to pull out my big acrylic block. The big acrylic block on here, putting this on there, and because I don't trust myself to just hit the part I want on this card, I'm going to put some tape where I don't want the stamp to be shown on my card. So let me cover this first. I should have used washi tape so you can actually see what I'm doing. Sorry for this. And some more here. Again. Yeah, like so. And now I'm taking my ink pad and there you go. And now, of course, removing the clear tape there and just have this part left. Let me see. Actually, I love clear stamps because you always can see where you're stamping. There you go. Already stained fingers because these VersaFine Clair ink pads are really juicy. And permanent. I have to scrub my hands and fingers afterwards. So let's take this aside. And now for the Tim Holtz stamp. Whoa, I love this set very much, but the fact that it's that it's a real rubber stamp set, cling stamps, doesn't make me happy, because I like to see where I stamp. So let's see. Stamping this on here, like so, or like so. I think, yeah, we're going to be using this side. And since we're having a red bug, kind of red bug, we're going to be using red ink for this. In fact, dark red ink. So let's put this on the ruler and carefully just dab in on the ink, on the words we actually want to use. So let's see. We want the words this way up. Fingers crossed. Yep. It actually worked. There. Whoa. There you go. Like so. So now let's pretend this all is the work of a curator in a museum. I like the idea. And every curator has to sign his work. I'm trying something new. I'm going to be using my non-dominant hand, my absolutely non-dominant hand, to scribble down some kind of signature here. Like so. Maybe we're going to be making an A in front of it, like this. There. And there has to be a date, right? Where is my date stamp? So now let's pretend this all happened in July 1924, 100 years ago, using some black ink. And since I do have 8 numbers on here, I don't want to have this. 07, 1924. I think I'm going to be using minus instead of slash. Looks way better to me. Yeah. So I'm trying not to ink the number 1. Yes. And what actually happened is I always forget which way. So now let's put this on here. Like so. Oh, I love it. I actually love it. Great. I've glued on our parts, our embellishments, here, and here, and here, and here, and the flower over here. I'm gonna be leaving this side as is. I like it very much, but somehow something is missing here. And since here is not that much left for writing, maybe here or here, I'm going to be making the tiniest notepad to glue on here. So there, I love it. But I think I want to have some stamping on top, right? Yes. I'm gonna be using this one again. Where's my acrylic block? Hello. There you are. This time I don't have to be that careful. Let's see. This will be the background. So I'm gonna be using Portobello, and it will be this fabulous handwriting. I need something to put below this, to put underneath this, like so. Let me see, this is the right way up. Just stamping a background, like so. Oh, I love it. So then I'm using a darker brown tone, Fallen Leaves, also Fine Clair, with this number 3. This doesn't fit. It nearly fits. I don't like it. So let me tear the tiniest piece from this paper. So yes, this doesn't fit anymore. That's my acrylic block. You have to go here for a moment. I need your living room. They're a bit deeper. So now Fallen Leaves, dark brown, and just stamping in the middle over the edge, like so, because we've created series 3. Yes, yes, yes. Love it. You can go back. And you can come home. So, let me close my ink pad. Now, I think I want this to be the tiniest bit shorter. Just like so. Yes. Yay. Beautiful. On here. Yes. So now I'm so sorry I have to use the long stapler because I don't have the staples for the little one yet. They are arriving in 2 days time, I think, maybe 3. So I'm gonna be using this one. 1 and 2. There we have our notepad, and I think we're going to be covering these with, let's see, oh, like this one, with a label. Yeah, just folding over a bit, like so, there, and then trimming this. Ooh. Like so. Come on. Yes. And just gluing the last page on. Not all the way, but I think half. So Let's see. Oh, I forgot. I like to use my scissors to push down the end of the staples so they're nearly flat. Like so. See? Flat. So now we can glue this on. I'm thinking to use double-sided tape for this. Yeah, I'm going to be using the white tape. From here to here. Like so. Rub this on. There. And having it here. Like so. Oh, this is really a busy page and I already like it. So, like I said, this page I'm gonna leave as it is because I simply love the contrast and the colors like clouds on here. And for this page, our first page actually in the journal, I've chosen a pocket that I can't find anymore. Got it! This will go on here, like so, and just gluing it on here and here, like so. So you have kind of a tuck spot. So, dearies, you and nature. This really fits, because after we've made this spread here, I've decided to make a entomology journal because I had so much fun. I actually like bugs. They're very useful and some of them are really, really pretty. But when I was thinking how to build up this spread, and I've had a curator in front of my inner eye, building up the specimen card, the serious numbers and some notes on here, and I don't know, the fly is something of his sigil, right? I've printed out loads of these squares with the fly. There will be many throughout the journal. And yeah, here you have the clipboard with some specimens. I like the idea. I truly would have loved to show you what's going in here. This is a scan of a postcard sent from Mönchengladbach in Germany to Eindhoven in the Netherlands. I owe this postcard, but it is from, I forgot, 1909, I think. No, 1902. And I don't want to use it in journals, but the backing I've ordered hasn't arrived yet due to delivery issues. So I have been waiting for 10 days now. And this will be a booklet. This is part of Victoria Design's Sherlock Holmes freebie. I truly don't remember. I think it was Sherlock Holmes Detectives. I don't know. But I think the glasses and the magnifying glass fits the theme well. This also will be backed with special paper I've ordered for this. So now I hope you've had a bit of fun. You know what? I think you and nature. We just have to cover this up. I don't know. You and nature for an entomology journal. Let me think about this. I like the idea. I like it. I really like it. Yeah. So now, I hope you've had a bit of fun and like this video. Maybe leave a comment or even follow my channel. And yeah, for the next time we're going to build up this journal to be an entomology journal. I'm so looking forward to this. Till then, dearies, stay crafty and be excellent to each other. Bye!